Hey, do you mind paying for this? I don't have any cash.
Sure, I'll just put it on my credit card. I'm never going to pay it back anyway.
'Cause I have $30,000 in credit card debt.
Credit card debt.
When they call, I tell them I can't pay it back yet.
Credit card debt?
Tomorrow I may buy myself a dining room set or this Boba Fett. Credit card debt, credit card debt, credit card debt.
All jokes aside, credit card debt is definitely not a joke, and it is definitely not cool to have. What we're going to do in today's video is talk about ways you guys can manage credit card debt during these extremely difficult and very unusual times. Now, a recent survey done by creditcards.com actually showed that about 59% of Americans living in the United States entered the kombucha virus with some type of credit card debt. That is quite a bit of people, and if we put that into a quantitative number, that is 110 million people. Now, think about that, 110 million people. Think about if every one of those people watched this YouTube video and how much AdSense I could make from that video. Just kidding. Or am I? No, all kidding aside, that is a lot of people, and I don't think a lot of people are going to end up watching a video like this. But if you are watching a video like this and you know somebody who has credit card debt, or if you have credit card debt, or maybe you may get into credit card debt because of how high the unemployment rates are right now, this is a good video to just keep in your arsenal and just tuck away. You know, credit card debt is one of those things where it's so easy to get into, but getting out of it is a whole nother story. Now, as we continue moving forward and people are stuck in their homes, trapped in their homes, unemployment is going through the roof right now, the economy is turning in ways that we do not know. There is just so much uncertainty within these banks and within us consumers too. Just a lot of people aren't really sure what to do. I know I have a group of friends who are investing like crazy right now, and I got another group of friends that are just trying to find a work right now. Here's a pretty good story too. Even outside my apartment, we have this valet trash service, and the guy who was doing the trash was actually going down the hallways, and I went to talk to him and just actually give him like a little tip and see, you know, make sure, no, people are getting taken care of out here. And I was talking to him, and man, talking to him yesterday actually was a pretty significant moment in my life. This guy basically was telling me he's a teacher and he's just doing this job right now to be able to pay the bills. And this job, it's not the best job ever. You're going through hallways and hallways of an apartment unit just collecting trash. And people really don't treat these type of workers that well. So that was really a reminder to me just how real everything is. A lot of people do not have jobs. People in my family right now are actually unemployed too, and this is just a very significant moment in history. I think this is going to be one of the most important videos that I put out on my channel regarding just the type of situation that we are in right now. I know during these times, a lot of people are going to be relying on their credit cards to pay their bills, to get food on the table, and just to use this as their source of income regardless of how much is coming in or isn't. And I think that's more of an important reason on why I should be making a video on this channel talking about the actions and the things that you guys can actually take advantage of. There are actually a lot of relief programs. There are a lot of nonprofits that people have no idea exist. I'm not gonna lie, frankly, I didn't know existed either until I did some more research on the internet, found out some of these incredible resources, and I'm gonna be sharing with you guys those things and those strategies that you guys should really know during these times of financial uncertainty. So let's get into the meat of the video. The first thing you guys need to know is that companies right now are offering a lot of relief due to the whole pandemic that is going on. So as someone who has multiple credit cards, what I've noticed within all of my issuers is that they are all offering some type of relief or assistance regarding the pandemic that is going on. The first immediate thing that you guys can do right now is to talk to your issuer to get yourself lowered interest payments, get your late fee waived, skip a payment, do things that will allow you to breathe the next few months. I've been seeing a lot of data points within our Facebook group and within my messages right now of people actually getting a lot of things waived. The thing is, these programs aren't automatic, so you do have to reach out to your credit card issuer and let them know, like, hey, I want to work out with you guys. What can you do with me? Can we negotiate something? This is a hard time for me. Keep in mind also that it is very difficult to reach some of these banks right now because they're getting so many calls at the moment. Over the weekend, I couldn't even contact Chase at all because I was trying to get something figured out with one of my accounts. They just completely closed their account on Saturday. I don't know if they're open on Sunday, but during Saturday when I even wanted to call them, they were just like, no, we're not even picking up. So if you guys are watching this type of content on a weekday, pick up the phone, work with your credit card issuers and see if they can offer any type of assistance because most likely they can and they will. Right now, because it is such critical times in the economy, what companies do today is really going to reflect what they look like 10, 20 years from now. So a lot of companies are going through, they are training their reps. These are times where big businesses can become great. Now, this next point goes without saying, but what you guys really want to do during these times is save and preserve as much cash as you can. I know how tempting it could be, especially when you're sitting at home all day and you're looking at things you've always wanted to buy and you see these sales and you just want to pull the trigger because there's nothing better to do. You want to get a little bit of that dopamine rush because there really is not much to do. Please control yourself. Please don't buy things that you don't need. Only buy essentials right now. I'm telling you, if you guys buy that pair of Yeezys or if you buy that dress or if you buy that sweater that you really don't need right now, that thing is going to be looking back at you, laughing in your face because you just paid interest on that item that you never really needed. I have no idea where the economy is going to go. I have no idea how long this is going to last, but if you're someone who doesn't know exactly how much income is going to come in and you're someone who wants to manage their credit card debt and you want to come out on top in terms of surviving this pandemic and everything going on with the economy, please don't buy stupid things, you guys. Save that money just in case anything happens. Use that as your rainy day fund or use that for food that you need to put on the table, but stop buying things that you don't need. You need to stop, okay? There's too many people. Just stop. Now, for the third thing, I believe this is actually one of the most important things that you guys can do if you have a decent credit score right now. I'm saying if you have a credit score of 680 and up, you really want to consider your options of getting a balance transfer credit card with a 0% introductory offer. Sometimes these cards can range up to 21 months. That means you guys can end up paying 0% interest on your credit card debt for 21 freaking months. Usually with that much time, that gives people enough breathing room to figure out what they have to do and to be able to space out their payments so they can pay off their debt. I made a video on my channel about a month ago talking about how you guys can pay 0% interest on your credit cards. That video really dives deep in talking about some of these balance transfer options, and it's one of those immediate things that you guys can do. If you have credit card debt right now and you're paying 17% interest on that balance you owe, you bring that down to 0%, you're already saving yourself that outstanding balance of compound interest that you may have on that amount. Keep in mind, all good things do have some type of caveat to it, and balance transfer offers do have a couple strings that you guys need to watch out for. Sometimes they will charge a 3 to 5% fee for moving that balance over to another company, but still, if you guys are paying 5% interest from moving a balance over, that is still going to be way less compared to the 17% average interest that we're seeing on credit cards right now. I'm going to have some of the best balance transfer credit cards listed down below in the description, so if you guys want to take action on that, I do have affiliate links down below. Moving on for number 4, what you guys can also do is consider credit counseling. This is something that not a lot of people talk about. I think it's because it goes to the stigma of people getting like real life counseling, and this is kind of like one of those things. No one ever wants to admit that they need counseling. No one ever wants to like go out their way to try and get counseling for themselves. It's one of the hardest things that you guys can do. But if you know you're someone who has an issue, you have a problem, you don't know what to do, and it's not getting better, and saving money is just, it's too difficult for you, you want to consider things like credit card counseling. Now, I often go against these companies that say, oh, if you have credit card debt, we're going to help you out, we're going to do everything we can. I often say don't go with them because, sometimes I just don't know. I don't know. I feel like everything you can do off of your own self-discipline, but there are some people that really can't do that. I'm going to recommend to you guys something called NFCC. This is something I stumbled upon online, and it looks actually pretty decent. They're a nonprofit talking about financial counseling, and it looks like they do have a lot of sources. Now, I do want to state that I've never used them before. This is just off the information that I found online, but it looks pretty legit. But if you guys ever have had any experience with NFCC, let me in the community know down below. What do you guys think of these nonprofit financial counselors and these credit counseling options and these plans? I'm feeling a little bit of a Dave Ramsey vibe, but because they're a nonprofit, I want to give them the exclusion of the doubt, and it looks pretty legit to me too. Like, honestly, like if I'm someone in a situation who has $20,000-$30,000 worth of credit card debt, this is actually something I would consider. Now, I have no idea how much they charge people. I have no idea if they charge people or how they monetize themselves, but this is a resource that I recommend you guys to check out. Do your own research and see if it works best for you. Bottom line is, tighten your budgets, build that emergency savings account, stay proactive in these communities, educate yourself with some financial literacy, and you guys are going to be on your way to a healthy future. I know during these times it can get pretty crazy right now, but I really want you guys to be optimistic about the future, regardless of what crushing debt that you guys may have, because I know how bad that can feel. I know how terrible it can feel. It can feel like a cloud just weighing on your shoulders, but really know this: It's all gonna be okay. Money is money. You have to start somewhere, and really don't be so discouraged by whatever amount you have. Start today. Don't let this fear develop into something more that it isn't, and you guys will be on a path to greatness, okay? So I hope this video really helped you guys out. Like always, if you guys want to support the channel, don't forget to drop a like and check out some of the other videos I have on my channel. I really hope this video did help someone out today. If it did, let me know down below in the comments. And like always, I hope I see you guys in the next one. Peace. Now, credit card counseling is different from those reconciliation. Now, credit card counseling is different from the reconciliation. Reconciliation. Okay.
Reconciliation.
I got it. Now, credit card counseling companies and reconciliation companies are two different things. Tighten your budget, have an emergency savings fund, and really be proactive in terms of finding communities and really giving yourself the room to be able to grow in terms of getting out of financial debt. Oh, man, I'm out of my zone, yo. Tighten your budget, build up your savings, and really stay clear from credit card debt if you guys can. But if it does happen, inevitably, what is up with some of these hard words, yo?